Chair now recognizes Mr. Stanton.
Thank you very much, Chairman McCall and Ranking Member Meeks, for convening this important hearing on support for one of our nation's strongest allies, Israel. And I want to thank the witnesses for being here today for this their long testimony. Recently, I've had honest and emotional conversations with my constituents in Arizona, people I have known and respected and worked with for decades. And I've heard the deep divisions, as well as the fear created by the tragic rise in anti-Semitism and Islamophobia here in the United States. As Americans, we can freely debate many contentious issues, but we cannot allow that to turn into hatred. Since its founding 75 years ago, America's support for the only democracy in the Middle East has been resolute and unwavering and always, always bipartisan. That cannot and will not change. But the reality is that Israel cannot be secure, and there can be no lasting peace for Israelis or Palestinians, no two states side by side, until Hamas is destroyed. Hamas does not care about the Palestinian people. They care about one thing: the complete destruction and elimination of Israel from the river to the sea. In pursuit of that goal, Hamas has preyed on innocent Palestinians. Hamas doesn't hide it. Its leaders talk about their willingness to make Palestinian civilians martyrs in their wicked mission. And right now, Hamas is holding 240 women, children, grandparents, Holocaust survivors hostage in unknowable conditions, hostages they have threatened to execute. There can be no safe harbor for Hamas, and Congress must act unequivocally in support of Israel in this fight. Now, I'm a proud supporter of Israel. I always will be. Yet I'm also a supporter of the Palestinian people. I support a Palestinian state, and I believe that every Palestinian has a God-given right to a more prosperous future. The United States has been one of the best humanitarian partners for the Palestinian people for decades, sending billions of dollars into the West Bank and Gaza. And I'm grateful that President Biden restored U.S. assistance to the Palestinian people after President Trump had ended it. Today, we should do everything we can to get aid to those in Gaza who need it the most, including food and clean water, medical care, fuel, and shelter. History has reminded us time and time again of the importance of a Jewish state. We must protect it, not only because it is the right thing to do, but because Israel's security is tied to America's national security. Shared Israeli intelligence boosts our own government's ability to anticipate and respond to threats in the Middle East, and Israel's qualitative military edge provides a measure of stability in this region. This Congress needs to quickly pass a national security funding package that mirrors the President's full request, one that includes humanitarian aid to Gaza, additional aid to our ally Ukraine, and funds to secure our southern border. And I will work across the aisle to get this done. I have a question for Assistant Secretary Leaf. Thank you for answering Ranking Member Meek's earlier question about the future administration of Gaza. It's something that I'm particularly worried about as well. You said that, quote, the Palestinian Authority is the appropriate place to look for governance, unquote. In your opinion, what is the most realistic scenario of what a Palestinian Authority governance would look like in Gaza?
So, you know, this is a profoundly difficult question to answer at the moment. We're doing a lot of analysis and looking at the question holistically. The Palestinian Authority, as you know, has only partial responsibilities in the West Bank. It does not govern the entire space, and it doesn't have equal measures of responsibilities in areas A, B, and C. What we'll see in terms of security conditions within Gaza, if Israel is successful, or depending on the degree of success that Israel has in incapacitating the military capabilities of Hamas, will go directly to who and how manages that. So I would, you know, we're just at the front end of looking at that. I can't really tell you whether the PA is fit to purpose to go in immediately, probably not. And so we will consult thoroughly with both Israel and the Palestinians as we think through this prospect.
All right. I have additional questions that I will submit in writing for the record, including how the Department of Defense will accelerate deliveries of security assistance to Israel, including Iron Dome and Scepters and other weaponry. But with that, I will yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Stanton. We now proceed to